is up, everyone? Today working on the E36, of course. If you don't own one, then you don't know. These cars love to leak. You know, it's 22 years old, so you're gonna have some issues, but today we're gonna fix most of those issues. So first, I'm going to replace the Vanos oil line, oil filter housing gasket, and I also have throttle cable bushings, and as well as I'm going to clean out the ICV, and then I'm going to change the valve cover gasket. Oh my god, what a struggle. So this was the traction control and the MAF. I'm going to get to the ICV valve and clean that out because mine has a little rough idle. I can get 3 of the 4 bolts, but not this guy. This whole diameter is off kind of to the right, so my socket does not fit in there. You can see I got, this is how Chris Fix does it, 1/4 inch extensions because I couldn't find a extended 10 mil 1/4 inch, so cue the time lapse.
Wow!
What are those? It broke. The little clip that holds the throttle cable in. I was forcing it and it just did not want to come.
What did he say?
And so I went up and I broke that. So luckily, I think this is the cruise control one. I guess I'm deleting cruise control. Hopefully that doesn't mess anything up. And now I'm going to try to not break the bottom one. Got the ICV out, so apparently to know that it's still okay, you're supposed to do that. I'm just going to clean it out because mine idles fine. It's just a little rough. I cleaned out the idle control valve, bolted it all back up. Here's the ICV hose. No, yeah, ICV hose. I cleaned out the throttle body, got it adjusted as well as I can get it. It's basically almost about to unthread. I think my throttle cable stretched out, but the pedal, it used to have like this probably 1/2 inch of play. Pedal would do nothing. Now it's like 1/4 inch. It's just ready to wrap. So now it,
I like this. This is
you can
cute.
hear it opening, so it's all right. So since I've been working on the throttle cable and the engine, I was trying to figure out if I could adjust it through here, and I actually bought a new bushing for the pedal and didn't know what it was until just now. So here's the old, here's the new. So I'm gonna put this guy in the pedal right through there. Hopefully that loosens up some of this play. Oh, well, it's not connected right now, but there is a lot of play. All this is done. Got rid of the cruise control. Don't need that. So today I'm going to work on the oil filter housing, the Vanos line. I think I have to remove the alternator and the belt and go from there. I had to jack the car up to get both the belts off to then get to the alternator. So get to the alternator, which I can take off, then take off the oil filter housing and the Vanos line and all that jazz. I just got the alternator out, unbolted all these. I'm gonna pull all these bolts out right here. So that guy, can't reach this guy. but I took off the Vanos line, so I'm about to replace that. There it goes. Oh yeah. So the power steering pump actually just hangs from this whole thing. This one's actually not too bad. Seems fine. Whoops. Yeah, and I bought a bunch of this stuff not knowing what I needed 100%. Press it all in there. Make sure it's all good and dandy. Okay. I'm gonna put it back in there. Start sending some of these bolts back to their home.
That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Pretty much everything bolted back up. So I got Vanos line bolted up, new line and washers. Got the new sensor back on there, got the alternator bolted up. I'm doing the valve cover gasket, so not looking forward to it, but here we go. Here are all the parts I'm gonna replace. So we have the valve cover gasket, as well as the spark plug gasket things. You'll see I bought this. I don't know 100% what this is. I think it's the oil. We're gonna find out. And then these are all little rubber plugs and washers, because that's what holds everything together. And then I got new spark plugs because not sure when these were done. I feel like this is a good place to pause for a minute. So before I did any of this, I disconnected the battery. No one really, in all the tutorials I watched, no one said to do that, but I figured electricity, grounds, probably should do that. I was pulling out all the injectors, just looking at them. Luckily they're in pretty good shape. And then now, since I'm in here, the spark plugs are all down here, so I'm going to change those. I'm not 100% on the size, but I have the factory toolkit, which is supposed to be able to change these. The main reason to change it is all right here, so you can kind of see, but this is all, you know, oil that's been leaking out of here. So hopefully once I address this issue, it won't leak again. But yeah, these are all the little bolts that I got replacement washer and rubber grommets for. And then I figured out that one gasket I have is for the oil filter. It looks a lot different than the one I have on there, so hopefully it'll work. So we have spark plug numero uno. There you go. So pretty crusty. Luckily they look very similar to the new ones I bought. So it's this cool little tri-tip quad. So yeah, I'm just gonna replace them one by one. I gotta look up the torque specs and all that. But I also don't have a 16 millimeter that's long like this, so I don't know how I will torque it. Never buy 9mm gloves, bro. Oh my God.
Gross!
90 degrees. You can see why I took out, or I'm gonna replace these, I'm gonna replace these little gaskets because they're all deformed and real hard. So
That's what she said!
probably don't need new washers, but I bought them. Just got off all the bolts holding it together. Oh, there we go. Looks like someone already tried to reseal it, so that's a little alarming. Whoa. Wow, engine. put this outside and then clean it and then start cleaning this off. There's always something with this car. So when I was taking out the bolts, I noticed this guy. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Notice this guy? What the f? This guy? Normal. What the f? I don't know if I just did that or what. No idea. No idea what to do now. I'm stuck.
Stop, bro, I'm stuck. Can you help me?
Thing. I gotta order a new, you know, whatever bolt that thing is. So that's gonna, that $4 bolt's probably gonna be like 30 bucks. Of course, dude, it's always something. It's always something with this car. It can't be a simple job. No, not at all. And I think that makes sense why they put so much of it, because that bolt was probably broken and they were just like, f it. So yeah, I get to fix it. Huge shout out, Pelican Parts. I ordered these, I don't remember when, but pretty much 3 days I got them. And so I ordered like 8 just in case I end up breaking more. So I'll probably replace like the outer 4 corners with new ones, and then maybe like the inner ones, I don't know. So these were not cheap, like, bruh. Yeah, so I think they were, yeah, $8.50 a part, and then I got 8 of them. So yeah, now I'm gonna replace the bolts, put some RTV on probably the spark tube holes, the back area, and then this front Vanos area, and then put it all back together, and hopefully it's good. I torqued the spark plugs. I bought a socket and did that. Pretty much the torque for the spark plugs and all these bolts is around, well, the spark plugs are like 16 and these are all around 10, so I don't have a torque wrench that small, so basically just hand tight, snug them up, because I guess this block is aluminum, and so you don't want to strip that. I'm just gonna plug everything in, put the vanity covers back on, and then since I used the gasket sealer, I'm gonna wait a whole day so it cures, and hopefully this never leaks ever again, because that would be tits. So we're back. Car, I drove it, no leaks, so everything has been good so far. Vanos line, oil filter gasket, valve cover gasket, everything has been good so far. So I'm actually working on another leaking item right now, and that will be the next video. So stay tuned. We'll see you in the next one.